So let's go ahead and check out this P0057 and the P0158 for the oxygen sensor on this 2006 Sienna. So let's go in here and look at its... Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll text it to you if there's glare. So we're gonna search. No, not search. Go back. So we're gonna escape. We're gonna go to live data. You can hear the car is running nice and smooth. Telling me that from the high levels, some of the injectors are working good, or else the car will be like shaking really bad. So this is live data from an Octel bidirectional scanner. So we're in closed loop for both of them. So here's our short-term and long-term fuel trim. Short-term fuel trim is negative 2 point something. Long-term is 1.53. So when it's negative, that means that the car actually is giving out too much gas. So the computer has to send a command to reduce gas. So that's what a negative means. Oxygen O2 bank 1 sensor 2 99%. Oxygen sensor bank 2 27 volts. Air fuel ratio bank 2 sensor 1 99. Air fuel ratio bank 1 sensor 1. Air fuel ratio bank 2 sensor 2. So we're at 3.3 volts. Air fuel ratio bank 2 sensor 1. Man, the way Octel is lining this up is hard to compare apples to apples. So there's the bank 2 part. Everything's at 99%. And these two numbers are very close on the going in part. Sensor 1 is the sensor coming in, so they're roughly averaging 3.27 volts because the air fuel ratio sensor is working off of 5 volts, and it's very, very close, so that's good. And the sensor 2s are after the cat, and they're both relatively at 99. Injector pulse width is 2.6 milliseconds. No misfires in any cylinders. Oxygen sensor is complete. Now we're going into transmissions. Oh, okay, so the ones must be bank 1, and this is short-term fuel trim at bank 2. So looking at now the numbers at bank 2, I have a 3.87 long-term. So that's a positive number. So that means positive number means if it's negative number, then the car's taking away gas. if it's a negative number, that means the car is taking away gas. But if it's a positive number, that means the car is putting more gas in. So meaning the car is lacking fuel in bank 2, so the computer has to compensate this larger amount in there. So you can see that the long-term fuel trim at bank 1 is only 0.04, which is very good. You want it to be closer to 0. But then on bank 2, the long-term fuel trim is 83.87, meaning that the computer has to add in more gas. So the question is that based because of the O2 sense or air fuel ratio sensor going bad. So the computer now trusts the O2 sensor and then takes away gas. So that's why it's called a feedback system. So you want to see what's the root cause, because somebody is going to react to something, and then therefore that's how you got that number. Now, this 99% thing isn't going to help me out. Air fuel ratio sensor, bank 1, 3.26, and bank 2, 3. Yeah, so relatively things are working. So at this point, I would just go ahead and replace the O2 sensor and call it a day and hopefully hope for the best.